I'm normal. So don't get all upset because, I'm one of the normal people in today's world. Well, I think I'm normal. I try to be normal. But how do you know if you're normal? If you don't have anything to guide you, to know what being normal is. You know. But we can talk about all that later. How have you been since Valentine's Day? Did you give out those candies and those presents and everything, like you should do, you know? And then later on, you know, back to normal again, back to the world, back to life, You ever notice that after a holiday, oh, it's so happy and everything, during the holiday, and eating everything. 2 days later, yeah, you the one that did it. You the one. Yeah, it'd be like that all the time. Okay. Like I said, I hope that you have solved a lot of those problems that you've been trying to solve, those kind of things that you've been working on. And to make your life better, to make things better for you, to make things better for your family, and to make you a more positive person within your community and your society. Okay, what's in the news? Well, a lot is in the news, but we're not going to get into um, everything that's happening today because, I mean, so many things are happening over and over and over and over. This and that, this and that, this and that. Everybody, and all it's doing is confusing everybody. Whatever is being said, it's just confusing people. People want to hear about things that's going to make them happy. Things that's going to, they want enlightenment. They want to know, what's it all about. A lot of people is confused about what this world is all about. I mean, I've heard some people say, oh, it's an error. Or the world is a mistake, something that shouldn't have happened. But I disagree. I believe that it should happen if there's a positive goodness about it. But you got to know what is good, and it's hard to determine what is good because of the way things is. So we want to get into that, but we can't get into knowing anything or knowing about anything unless we know what's happening now. Okay, on this date, this is February the 28th. In 1953, February 28th, two scientists by the name of Watson and Crick discovered the structure of DNA. Yeah. On this day, 1953, Cambridge University scientists James Watson and Francis Crick announced that they determined the double helix. In other words, they determined, they figured out what it was. Now, it says in 1869, that's when DNA was actually discovered. In other words, it was noticed as something in our reality. But it wasn't figured out until 1953. Watson and Crick. DNA is so important to in discovering who we are, what we are, and what is our real purpose. The real purpose. I mean, if you actually think about what's going on, and you think about the world around us, well and good. But the thing about it, is this what it's about? Are we doing what we're supposed to be doing, or are we not doing what we're supposed to? Do we even supposed to exist or not exist in the scheme of things? And you know that the universe is creation. Okay, are there some things that shouldn't be created and other things that should be created and are proper in the creation of things? There's so many questions that since man began to think, he have thought about this one thing. What is the purpose of being? Just to enjoy yourself? Just to be happy? Just to say, hey, this is my happiness. This is what I care for. This is what I'm thinking about. I'm selfish like this. You see, all well and good. Now, if we can stay focused on thinking like that, then we can ask questions, get answers to those questions, form theories, and regulate our daily lives. But we got to be focused on something. Okay, very well. I hope you enjoyed the program tonight. This is questions and answers. We got questions from a few fans that thought that they wanted to get some answers to. And, you know, a lot of people probably are wanting the same thing. Because if one person gets confused about something and need an answer, 9 times out of 10, there are a whole lot of other people also wanting to know the answer to that question. So we're going to do some questions and answers tonight. And I'd like to welcome everyone to the show tonight. And you know, there's some things that's been happening, but we won't elaborate on things. But welcome special guests tonight, and so forth. I'd like to welcome you, and please enjoy. Okay, first we want to ask Thurman, and you know we always ask him what's going on. We want to see what he think about things. And we got one message here from someone. Says, a dear friend passed recently, and I'm all stressed out about it. Okay, Thurman, can you sort of give this person some consolation about someone that has passed? Hello, everyone. Thanks for coming out tonight, listening to the program and doing whatever it is that you do to enjoy yourself while listening to the program. I'm enjoying myself. I enjoy talking with you people. I enjoy sharing my thoughts with you. And I enjoy living, and I enjoy doing what people like to do. Okay, the question was, um, someone recently lost uh, someone dear to them. In this case, it's a dear friend. And he's all stressed out about it. Now, I didn't say whether the person was female or whether it was male. Didn't say. But that really don't make any difference because, everyone passes away at some time or another. This is what you got to realize, that don't get so upset about it and stressed out about it because they're gone, because you're going to go too. Every one of you, all of us are going to go. We're going to make that journey, you see, and you feel that way because you're not satisfied. You're not satisfied now that someone dear to you has gone. You're not satisfied. You want to, and then you want to satisfy yourself. A lot of times, and this is for real. When it's like that, why is it that if you can find the strength to laugh at something, it's like taking the pain away. If you can find the strength to laugh at something, miraculously, all that stress is gone. It's like it disappears. It's the love of the thing that you're feeling. You're feeling the love, not so much as your love, but the love of what comes before birth. The love of when a person, a baby, is in the womb. The love between two people who's making a baby. And the future, and all those goodies, and the interest rate in people and our society. That is what loves us. And that is what believes in us. That's what you feel. Because ordinarily you wouldn't feel nothing. You would probably just say, well, that's that and that's that. But that feeling comes from a greater you. So you say, how can you, if that feeling, because that greater you, that greater power that be, that we all have, we all share, and is all internal and external, we breathe it. We breathe that power. We breathe that love. We breathe what believes in us. We breathe what loves us. You see, that's what you feel, the airs of love. And within that air of love is so many things happening in the world. Attitudes, memories, paying attention, laughter, sadness, anger, all these things is the ingredients of the love. And you feel that when someone leaves you, someone you love, you see, and you feel it inside. So like I said, if you can find the strength to laugh, but I don't know if you laugh at it, I don't know if that's going to set well with the love, So maybe you don't want to laugh But there's a saying that you're supposed to be happy and joyful and laugh when someone passes away. I didn't make it up. I was taught that. You're supposed to be happy, joyful. You're supposed to laugh at things. But like, it's difficult to laugh, at the things. But it helps. Believe it, it helps. So you want to satisfy yourself, and that's one way to satisfy yourself. Find the strength to laugh at something and to think that, to focus on everybody's journey. And we're going to talk about that because we are born to lead. We are born to lead. That is, when we are born, what really is born is when we left. That is what was born. Some people call it was the end that was born. Yeah, you can say that. And between the birth and the end is life, interaction of life. Things are happening. But all these things that these bad things that happening, or the stressful things, or where you think you can't hardly make it no more, all these things is the end. This is the end performing. But you have to, that's what life, life demands. Life demands that you survive. That is survival. That's the first law of life, is to survive the end. And you do that by, it's a competitive thing. All through life is a competitive thing. When your parents, we call it a parent future. And I've talked about this before, but I have had requests for, they wanted me to do another show about it. About that apparent future. About the end and birth. About the end is being born. And that birth has to deal with, in a competitive way, to deal with the end. But the consolation is the apparent future. The parents that took care of you. Not only biological parents, but the love. Remember the air I was telling you that we breathe? That love is the parent future. Is your mother and your father. That greater mother and father. Taking care of you, watching over you, making sure this don't happen, making sure that don't happen. But we got a mind of our own, and things do happen, and we have to deal. When we struggling with that future, and sometimes we think we can't make it, then there are many ways that we find a way to overcome it. And things like listening to motivation programs like this right here. It gets into your mind. Subconsciously it gets into your mind, and it helps you. Excuse me. It helps you to sort of make different decisions. Sort of to create a more positive signal for your survival and your well-being. And it's not that the end doesn't pay attention. The end pays attention, because the end is a great portion of that birth, and a great portion of the love, and a great portion of, I want things. I want to succeed at things. I want to do this. And you'll be surprised how much the end wants to live. And depends on you depends on your decision making, depends on your common sense. Things like, just like medicine. The end is saying, here's medicine. Why? I want to live. Quiet as it's kept. You see, so that's the way you have to look at it. So don't feel so bad about it because, it's something that everybody has to experience, and just let's hope that your experience is a good experience. Well, thank you, Thurman. I hope that what he has, said, what he has shared with you, I hope it helps you uh, in your time of grievance. Because grievance can be a painful thing when someone passes away. But like I say, it's a process of life. That's what happens. I know you know, I don't like that feeling either, when someone passes away. But, okay, let's get on to the next question we have here. Okay, this person says, my mind wanders all the time. What can I do about it? Well, that's your mind wanders, and what can you do about it? Yeah, our minds wander a lot. You have some people that they can't focus on anything. Their thoughts jump around. I'm thinking about this. They want to think about something else, but they're thinking about this and they think about this. They can't focus on what they really want to focus on, and a lot of times you can have not feel so great about it. In other words, I don't want to get technical or anything like that, but you want to feel a little bit better. And the more you can focus on something, the more you can concentrate, and you can handle something with your mind, just like you handle things with your hand. If you pick up something with your hand, or like a pencil or anything else, you can handle that. You can manipulate that thing. You want to do that with your mind. You look at your mind like your hands. If you pick up something and you dropping it, you fumbling around all the time, and you can't, your hand don't work right. You can't do things right with your hand. Okay, your mind is like that. It's like wandering. It wanders, and it's dropping what is essential to your thinking and your thought organization. So you have to look at it like that. And whatever you have to focus on that in your mind. So it's a thought. It could be anything, but you got to keep focused. Because within us, it gets like that. Within it sometimes, and you're not alone. I get like that sometimes. I want to focus on maybe my plans. And that's one thing, plans. And then you can't focus on your plans. There's always something else. You have one thought, and you think one thought, all of a sudden, there's an equal and opposite reaction. Or equal or opposite reaction. Or rethought. And you wander, and you can't focus on anything. And then sometimes if you can't do anything about it, you give up. And when you give up, that's when a lot of times you might need help. You might need counseling and things like that. And counseling will help. because a lot of times it has to do with communication. Remember I was telling you about communicating. When you're born, you're being communicated. From the first day you're born. Matter of fact, when you are conceived within your mother's womb, you are being communicated. Once that DNA and those chromosomes start XX and XY chromosomes, once they start doing their thing, you are being communicated at that moment. And you are continuously being communicated. So it's your communication that you gotta adjust so that you can focus and get your equilibrium together. Could be an equilibrium problem where you're so confused about things. False beliefs. And false beliefs can confuse you when your belief has been, what you believe in has caused you to doubt, and that can cause confusion and cause your mind to wander like that also. So you wanna stay focused. It's about organization. One example I like to use is when we're talking about being communicated, it's about our coverage. And I think I talked about this before, our coverage. What color are you? You could be white, you could be brown, black, or the yellowish, or whatever. But that is your coverage. That is you covering your organization. Okay, when you wander like that, a lot of times you might not be organized properly. And we're talking about your organization within. You see, it's a different story. Your organization within is a different story, actually, than what you're looking at. When you look at each other, you're not seeing the real organization. You're seeing each other, which is different. It's a whole different thing. Organization, when you're talking organization, that organization is external also. It's not so much, it's involuntary. Within is involuntary. You, as coverage, don't have to do anything. It works automatically. You enjoy it. And if things go wrong, you're not going to enjoy it because it's going to be painful or emotional, or things might go wrong with your organization. But it's there for you to enjoy. When we look at each other and we love each other, we care about each other, we do all these things, we party and we kiss and we do all these things, that we are enjoying what we are organized like that. It's our organization, the organization of the thing. The communication of the thing is also the organization of it. So we have to be focused on organization. How are we organized? But see, we as people, when we're with each other, our minds are thinking differently. We think about what we want. Nice clothes, automobiles, all these things. We think about what we want. And also we think about what we need. But the thing is, what is really essential to our being is the organization of the thing. How do you know that you need all them fancy clothes or them cars? There's a lot of people, like the people in the Amazon, things like that. They, they need, they don't have the type of things that we might have in the big cities. They live a life of nature. So do we really need what we have? No, we don't. But that is what the flesh, that is the coverage, that is what you see when you look at each other. What you don't really need as far as nature is concerned, the essentialities of nature. That is the love. It's because the organization, your organization, cares for you that much. You are special in that way. Should you neglect, why not say, hey, that's okay. That if it's going to be special about me, I'm gonna treat it as a special thing. You know? I'm not just gonna I'm not just gonna just say, hey, that ain't nothing. And a lot of people do that. They be thinking about, oh, that ain't nothing, or that ain't nothing. They don't give it a second thought. But it's there. Organization. So if your mind is wandering a lot of times, think about being organized. And then organize your mind and organize your thought. And you do that by thinking slowly. Maybe you want to write one thought down. Then write another thought down. And then you got to think about each one individually. And just practice doing that. And I'm sure that it'll help you. Well, a lot for those wandering minds out there who can't, who find themselves thinking or saying things that they wonder about, and then they ask themselves, couldn't have been me saying that, because I wasn't thinking that about, I wasn't thinking that, was somebody else. That's how our minds get, and we're going to be talking about that. We're going to get down to the nitty-gritty of extrasensory perception. And why is it possible to hear other people's thoughts and so forth. So we're going to get into that. That's a part of living. That's a part of what's going on in the day's world. I never talk about it, but I know about it. But I usually don't talk about it, because a lot of times people, they want to keep things like that a secret. That is their own privacy. And, so, well be it. That's fine with me. It don't matter to me. But look, now this is the fun part of the show tonight. Talent. Talent is a beautiful thing. When you discover that you got talent, that you can entertain people, you can make people happy, and you can make people laugh. Talent. You got a talent to do that. So what we're going to do tonight, matter of fact, we're going to do it right now. We got a little singing contest between me and myself. My tie and my non-tie. That's two of us. We do different things, with our daily activities are different. You know what I'm saying? So, but we're going to see, and we want you to vote on who you think is going to be successful with girls. Remember we were telling you we had a problem about girls and carrying on, and we want to make our life better by having better relationship with girls, or finding us a girl, finding us someone to have to enjoy life with. So we're gonna do a song, and I'm gonna do a song, and myself is gonna do a song, do the same song, and we want to know which one do you like the best. The guy with a tie on singing the same song with a guy that don't have the tie on. Which one you like the best? Because really, this is a thought that about appearance, life, and living daily life and appearance. So here it is. Let's start with this one. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, or good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, whatever it is to you. Just be good to you, what it is to you. Hey, I remember, and I can't forget. I remember walking with you. Yeah. I reached out for you, and you were always there. Darling, I'm gonna make you so proud of me. Somebody loves you, girl, and that someone is me. No, I can't forget that moonlight starry night. I remember, I can't forget the way you looked into my eyes. I can't forget. You are beautiful in the night of happiness we share. Yes, you, my warm moonlight night, my every delight. Somebody loves you, girl, and that someone is me. Yeah. Somebody loves you, girl, and that someone is me. No, I can't forget that moonlight, starry night. That moonlight, I kissed your lips, just like in my dreams. The kiss that opened your mind, and I found you there in warm embrace. Somebody loves you, girl, and that someone is me. I remember, I can't forget. I remember, I can't forget. I remember, I can't forget. I remember walking with you. I reached out for you when you were always there. Yeah. Darling, I'm gonna make you so proud of me. Somebody loves you, girl, and that someone is me. Yeah. Somebody loves you, girl, and that someone is me. Yeah. No, I can't forget that moonlight, starry night. No, I can't forget that moonlight starry night. I remember and can't forget the way you look in my eyes. You are beautiful in the night of happiness we share. Yes, you my one moonlight night, my every delight. Somebody loves you, girl, and there's someone in me. Somebody loves you, girl, and there's someone in me. No, I can't forget that moonlight night. Unforgettable, my girl. No, I can't forget that moonlight night. Unforgettable. That moonlight, I kiss your lips just like in my dream. Yeah. That kiss that opened up your mind, and I found you there in warm embrace. Somebody loves you, girl, and there's someone in me. Yeah. Everybody got somebody to love. And that someone is always that special one. The one you can never forget. And it's always in your mind, and you say, I remember and can't forget. I remember walking with you. I reached out for you when you were always there. Darling, I'm gonna make you proud of me. Somebody loves you, girl. Someone is me. Yeah. Somebody loves you, girl. Someone is me. The kiss that opened your mind, and I found you there in warm embrace. Yes, you my warm moonlight night, my every delight. You are beautiful in the night, a happiness we share. I remember and can't forget the way you look in my eyes. Somebody loves to girl, and there's someone in me. I remember and can't forget. La da 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 da, and there's someone in me. Don't forget the one you love now. Never forget the one you love. Because they're going to always be there as long as you care for them. Yes, you my warm moonlight night, my every delight. Yeah. Take it easy, baby. You my moonlight night, my every delight. Okay, I hope you enjoyed that. You know, that I did. I enjoyed singing it. And I like to sing, you know. Like I was saying before, when I was youngster in junior high school, we had a little singing group. We used to sing, so it's nothing really new to me and so forth. But now we're going to hear song, the same song without a tie, and you let me know which one you like the best. Hey, it's all about remember. Do you remember? Everybody remember their childhood and when things were so nice, and you remember the first time you met that certain someone. And you remember how it felt when you met them. When they say, I had such a crush, or you had such a crush on someone. You remember? Yeah. It be like that all the time. Now listen. I remember, and I can't forget, I remember walking with you and holding hands. I reached out for you, and you were always there. Darling, I'm going to make you so proud of me. Somebody loves you, girl. That someone is me. Yeah. And no, I can't forget that moonlight starry night. I remember, and I can't forget the way you looked into my eyes. You are beautiful in the night of happiness we share. Yes, you, my warm moonlight night, my every light. Somebody loves you, girl, and that someone is me. Yeah. And listen, no, I can't forget that moonlight, starry night. That moonlight night I knew was you. The kiss that opened your mind, and I found you there. Somebody loves you, girl, and there's someone to see. I remember and forget. I remember walking with you. I reached out for you when you were there. Reached out for you when you were there. Darling, I'm gonna make you proud of me. Somebody loves you, girl, and there's someone in me. I'm gonna make you proud of me, girl, and that someone is me. Oh boy, sometimes you know how it is up there. Okay. No, I can't forget that moonlight, starry night. I remember and can't forget the way you looked in my eyes. You are beautiful in the night, a happiness we share. Yes, you my warm moonlight night, my every delight. Yeah, somebody loves you, girl, and that's the one is me. Somebody loves you, girl, and that someone is me. Yeah. And no, I can't forget that moonlight starry night. That moonlight I kissed your lips just like in my dreams. The kiss that opened your mind, and I found you there in warm embrace. Cause somebody loves you, girl, and that someone is me. All the pretty girls everywhere, feeling so warm. I remember and can't forget walking with you. Yes, you my one moonlight night, my every delight. That moonlight night I kissed your lips just like in my dream. The kiss that opened up your mind, and I found you there. Hey. Somebody loves you, girl, and that someone is me. No, I can't forget that moonlight starry night. I remember and I can't forget the way you look into my eyes. You are beautiful in the night of happiness we share. Yes, you my one moonlight night, my every delight. Somebody loves you. Never forget that somebody loves you. They always love you, you know that? Feelings for you and stuff like that. Darling, I'm gonna make you proud of me. Somebody loves you, girl, and that someone is me. Someone is me, yeah. That someone is me. Someone is me. Somebody loves you, girl, and that someone is me. You are beautiful in the night of happiness we share. Yeah. That someone is me. I remember, I can't forget the way you looked in my eyes. No, I can't forget that moonlight starry night. I remember and can't forget. I remember walking with you. Yeah, you are beautiful in the night of happiness we share. There's someone is me. Yeah. That someone is me. That someone is me. That someone is me. That someone is me. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for being with us tonight. Thanks for your thoughts. Thanks for believing in yourself. Thanks for believing in today to arrive at tomorrow in some dimension of our social society. Thank you very much, and until next time, peace out, everyone.